What's up, guys? It's me, Abster, none other. Good evening, or early morning, I should say. I've had a great couple hours talking to Carrie, my good friend Carrie. She just puts a smile on my face. She's busy right now. She had to do something, but I texted her and let her know that if she gets a chance to pop in my stream and show off her wrench, because she is one of the 2 mods I now have on my channel. Guys, I just feel horrible. I don't know how to explain this. Check my temperature. Don't have a fever, yet I feel as though I do. And the thermometers I used are those little flimsy ones that are meant to be thrown away that you get from dialysis. They gave me a couple to take home because I don't know where my other real thermometer went. And still having a lot of appetite issues. I haven't ate anything today. I'm very weak. I have no desire to eat. And I'm losing a lot of weight very rapidly at this point. It's dangerous. As the hours go by, I go from having bursts of energy to feeling very lethargic, and like every bone in my body muscle just aches and hurts. I know I have a fever, but it's on and off without me having to take anything. It's coming on and off. I do not have a cough. I do not have a sore throat. I'm having somewhat difficulty breathing. Yes, I am, but nothing out of the ordinary. I just pray to the Lord Jesus Christ that I do not get COVID. I just ask in Jesus' name that He protect me and the ones I love and all of you guys as well. In Jesus' name. So now that we have the important things out of the way, it's just going to be me here rambling for a little while. Look at the title, guys. It's called Late Night Thoughts with Abster. Should be a pretty calm, cool, and collected stream. I do have a fan on, but I did put my headphones on. So if the fan bothers any of you or you have trouble hearing me, let me know and I'll readjust it. But the white noise from the fan really calms me down. I guess the only other thing I kind of wanted to address, or one of the other things I wanted to address, was Melton John made a video that is somewhat in response to the one I made for him regarding his decision to leave YouTube. And I was pleading with him, not pleading, but telling him why I personally, as a viewer, as a long-time viewer and of his, how he personally has helped me, and as well as how he's helped the community as a whole. And I was trying to tell all of you that he does have a very sweet, soft spot, but he's just become very jaded over years of hurt. And he made a video in return, not directed to me or anything, but he was reiterating the same exact things that I was saying in my video. Sometimes, a few of the things he said, it was verbatim. For instance, I was saying I don't really appreciate how those that claim to be his friends I can easily see that they're trying to use him as like a circus sideshow freak. Hey, Coco, hello, darling, good evening. I hope you're feeling a lot better than I am and having a good night. So I was, telling in my video last night, my stream before I went to bed, I even got pretty emotional over John's channel and his presence here and how he's helped me and how he hasn't, and just how I've seen him help a lot of people. And knowing him as long as I have known him and watching him over the years and seeing him go from a very sweet, young, innocent man to a very jaded, the world owes me something. I have had a shit life and it's everybody else's fault. It's not, it's just his way of thinking now after so many years of being tormented. And it hurt me to see him go from good to bad. It was a gradual decline, but I would hate to see a young man like him. Well, he's not young, he's almost 40 years old, but he acts like a 20-year-old. I think it's due to the fact that he's autistic, which does hinder him in a lot of ways, and it's obvious, and he'll admit he's autistic. I mean, I'm not just throwing accusations out there. These are diagnoses that he has been very open about with his audience. But, his autism, I think, does have a lot to do with it, as well as the fact that for a normal person like myself, and I'm not saying he's not normal, but for lack of a better word, I'm just going to say for a normal person like myself, to be on the outside looking in and watching his channel and watching the people that come and go over the years, and especially this past year, who have claimed to be his friend, he'll do a plethora of different videos. He could be very chill and calm and having a good time, and then he'll start to drink and just play music or whatever, and then he has moments where he's pacing around his room, he's fired up, and he's ready to rumble, and it disgusted me to see that he had like double the amount of viewers when he was being drama. That's why I was very disappointed when he declared himself as a drama channel. And just because drama comes to him is why he stated he, decided to make that decision. But, like, for instance, he was even pressuring me to say that I'm a drama channel many times, but I'm not. I've proven that time and time again. So people know that when you come here, you may get some drama, you may get some chillness, you're going to get me, 100% authentic Abster, nothing else. So, by letting my audience know that up front from the get-go and not changing, it has given me a closer connection with my viewers than he has with his, I would say. John, as long as I've known him, has been a huge people pleaser. Thank you, Coco. No, I'm not supportive to everyone, darling, but I appreciate the compliment. He is a people pleaser, and when me and him were arguing during the winter months, and it was fun, sometimes it was not fun, it was passionate though, and it came for a lot of what he was doing was trolling, but for me it was 100% authentic, and it was a lot more interesting for you guys to watch that go on, because people want to see what they think is a, little love triangle or whatever, but, when I stopped having feelings for John in that way, I stopped making videos for him in that way. I noticed he did not unblock me. He didn't even mention me he didn't honor my request, which I didn't expect him to, but, sorry, I'm getting a message. But, that's okay. I don't care to be unblocked. I really don't. I just thought I'd ask, because he states that, I was agreeing with him as far as, like, the points I made in my stream last night. Everything he said in his most recent video came from what I stated last night. I said last night that his viewers, he doesn't have as close of a connection with his viewers as I do, partly because he is a people pleaser, and due to the fact that he is very sensitive, even though he doesn't like to show it, and he gets fucked over, or, you know, what a normal person wouldn't get too upset about may really set him off. And, or what, like, a normal person, and I really don't mean to say normal as in, like, there's something wrong with him. I'm literally just tired. This is late night rants and thoughts with Abster, and I'm not trying to be all politically correct, but I am literally, like, struggling to find better verbiage. So I am in no way trying to say that, oh, I'm normal and there's something wrong with you. I'm not. I apologize if that's how it's coming across, but people that watch me and know me know how I am and know what to expect and know what I mean. So anyway, he was reiterating how, back to my point of why I don't think he's succeeded as much, and how he was basically just saying the same things over that I said last night. Some verbatim, some things he was saying were points that I had made, but he was he was paraphrasing it differently. But the people pleasing, the labeling himself as a drama channel, that will attract people who aren't necessarily coming over to look for a friendship or building a meaningful friendship connection, love connection, whatever with him. Like he states he's on here as partly as to why he's here. And in his heart, I know he has good intentions and everything, but I said last night that that's probably why he brought Cyrax into the picture, is because the Juggalo community, the few times I've watched a few of those people, treat Cyrax like a circus sideshow freak, and the Voight did the same thing to Melton John and spat him right out. And it's all out. If I was him, I would feel used. I can't think of anybody other than myself that actually cared for him. Bunny Cha-Cha, maybe her, but that's it. Anybody else that actually wanted to meet him in real life and have a friendship, or I don't even think anybody donated as much to him as I did, or like, I mean, if you claim to like somebody, and I told you guys last night the many ways he's helped me, like when I was really struggling and he didn't even know he was helping me, then you need to support creators. You know, Melton has made it clear that he isn't in the best financial situation, but he doesn't. Hey, Carrie, my love. I love and adore you. Are you on your you're not on your account with your wrench, baby girl? Or does this account have a wrench? I thought I gave it to your deep sleep account, but this account's called Deep State. Carrie, get your butt in here on your account with your wrench. I can't see if you have a wrench on Streamlabs until after I end the stream and go back and rewatch it, which I rarely do. Okay. Alright, good. Good. Got my two favorite ladies in here. I got my lovely Coco, and I got my sweet most sweet woman ever, Miss Carrie Bridges in here. Anyway. So, yeah, it was a sweet video I made to him, and it really came from my heart. And I was a little hurt, I'm not going to lie, that he was, didn't acknowledge me at all. But that's okay, because he was very full of anger. He doesn't click in his mind that the best revenge would be to prove these people wrong. Throughout my life, if I've, been told, somebody, like, he's upset as Chris. Well, anybody in their right mind wouldn't support someone like him after getting to know him and know what he's about as far as his channel. But the best revenge would be to go out, work, show off your paycheck, money that you actually earned. I saw a video, I watched 2 to 3 minutes. I caught Berg's live, and I watched 2 to 3 minutes before I wanted to hurl. And I was wanting to text Carrie and make fun of the son of a bitch, but I'll keep all that hush-hush. Because Carrie's a sweet woman. She doesn't talk bad about anyone. Anyway, so I went into Berg's, and I guess I'm blocked over there, which is good because he'll block. As soon as you stop giving him money, he'll do the same thing to you. Which, I'm not. He deserves to be 6 feet underground. He doesn't deserve to live. I'm not God, obviously. God has him here for a reason, but what does he do to help anybody? He's abusive, which I said that last night. I'm glad that John reiterated that, because when me and John would talk on the phone, I couldn't tell him strongly enough how I felt as though him and I both should go after Chris, and this was when Chris and I were still cool, if nothing else, to help Jill. And he was very sweet to me. He said, Abby, I know that you relate to her on the abuse level because I watched Anderson Henderson do it to you for 10 years, but she will have to learn herself. She can't, you're not going to be able to pull her away from him. She's going to have to make that decision herself. And I said, yeah, but can't we do something to help her? This is a never-ending cycle. It's never going to stop. Jonathan has an amazing heart, and I feel as though if he were just go to work, even if it's a part-time job, and show his fucking paycheck off, it would be like the ultimate slap in the face to somebody like Chris. But him getting on here being jaded and rude and all that doesn't do anything. All that does is bring his trolls and the people that view him for a shit show out of the woodwork. It doesn't bring his viewers that he's close to, well, they may be there, but good viewers typically, they'll stick by through thick and thin to the host, but a lot of them aren't about that drama, and they will sit and watch, but they won't speak. They'll, they're not going to be all outspoken, and, Milton John and I both are very outspoken. He's a Libra, I'm a Gemini. I was researching when I had a crush on him, I was like, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, who are a celebrity couple who are still married to this day, which is very, very rare for celebrity couples to stay married. But I was watching one episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians because I hate those women. And I watched, it was Kim and Kanye, and it reminded me so much of me and John. It was insane. The Libra and the Geminis are just perfect team. I'm not even talking in a romantic sense. They both were complimenting each other in ways that Kim's sisters could only dream of. I could totally see why Kim chose Kanye West to marry, because he was, literally, you could tell that they both like the spotlight, that they're both very articulate, and that they both can bring in a crowd, and communication is a strong suit. But you could tell that, and I believe Kanye's the Gemini and Kim is the Libra. But so Kanye has this kind of quiet, masculine aura around him, but he also, you could tell he's about that spotlight, just like Kim is. But he was willing to let Kim take the front and center stage over him and actually compliment her by doing so. So, and it did remind me of John and I, because John loves the spotlight, and he's really good at commanding it and bringing in an audience. But when him and I were, arguing more, or, being real passionate and stuff on film toward each other, I'm sorry, guys. Again, lack of better verbiage. I'm tired. It showed, because I went back and I was watching some of these videos a while back, and I was like, wow, no wonder everybody was so tuned into this. This was very entertaining. It was literally the most entertaining thing. It was either that, it was me and Melton, or it was the Tucker scandal. And that piece of shit, Dave the Fisherman, beat that into the fucking ground long after it had already been beaten into the ground. The whole Tucker St. Jude thing had been beaten into the ground so hard by the time that retard, Dave the Fisherman, got a hold of it, that Dave did nothing but sit and complain like a little cunt, which he had every right to, because, taking money from kids isn't cool, and it was obvious to everybody that Tucker did not give all that money to St. Jude. But I'm not even going to get into that. I've never even sat down and watched a stream of Tucker's. The man is so boring, guys. But literally, like, for the whole winter, it was either that or me and Milton. So, I mean, when I went back and watched that, I was like, wow, no wonder me and John were, like, a big, like, commodity. And the one time I went up on panel with him, apparently he said it got, like, 2,000 views. 2,000 viewers. That's amazing for the boy. It was a good past year. It really was. And I kind of sit here and reflect on it. And then you got people like Anderson Henderson, who I don't even know what the guy's channel was. I went to it. Carrie, thank you for giving it to me. I went to it just to see what the old man's up to, and he's just, he made the biggest mistake. He had a whole group of supporters. He was, he looks like he's not as high, which is good. He's not as stoned and high out of his mind, but I watched this guy sit and talk about Colton Wood and actually, get I think he has StreamYards now, and he wanted my friend Noodles to go on panel with him, and Noodles straight up told him, sorry, Abby doesn't want me to go on panel with you, and I respect her wishes. And this guy was, the old Chad would never be a pussy and delete a comment like that, but Noodles or David told me that he did indeed delete that comment. The old Chad would be entertaining and talk and respond, but now he's just such a baby. He wants so badly to be back in his glory days, and those glory days are gone. He's still entertaining. That's a lie. But, for me, I can still watch him because I have such a long history with him, but besides the point, is he interesting to watch? Can he command an audience? Could he, when he tried to do the little love triangle with me and Carrie, and then Carrie and all that, and then just Carrie, did that work at all in the same way it did with me and John? No, it didn't. Because Haven is just, Haven or Anderson Henderson, as you guys know him, is just not the same. He's gotten a lot older since, those of us who know and remember him. And he's on there obsessing over a homeless man named Colton Wood, and trying to relive the end of his glory days, which was during the summer of 2017, when, granted, he does get all credit for this. Anderson Henderson did do this, guys. He took down a very big channel of a man named Richard Crowell, or Crowell, I'm not sure, who raped 2 young boys. And it was proven, and I saw all the documents. I was in North Carolina when this was happening. I was up in the Appalachian Mountains staying with my family, and I didn't get good reception at the time, but him and I would talk on the phone, and he would tell me a lot about this, so I knew what was going on. He's still even over there mentioning how he took down MLP's channel, which stands for Megan's List Pedophile. But I don't even know if that's a real thing. But he had a big time channel. This man Richard would stay on YouTube all the time, and Anderson did take down his channel. He does get credit for that. That was one of his biggest feats. But he's 3-4 years later now, or excuse me, 3 years later, over 3 years now almost, is still making streams about taking down Richard Crowell, Crowell, or whatever the hell. However, look, I don't give a fuck if I mispronounce a pedophile's name, dude. And talking about poor old schizophrenic, homeless, fucking Colton Wood, and gloating about how he gave him money. Don't ever, have you guys ever heard me gloat about giving anybody money? No. Like, just don't gloat about giving people money. Like, if you're going to give somebody money, then just don't mention it after that. You know, I mean, and that's literally, I watched maybe 13 minutes of this stream. He had losers in it, literally losers, bottom of the barrel for Boyd in there. People that he didn't even recognize or know. He was like, who are you? And I'm like, wow, you know, these are common people, and he's just so out of the loop, and so, like, he expects to be famous and, like, in, and he wants people to come to his streams because he's got StreamYards, and he's inviting people to his fucking panels. But the few people that have been there, like me and a few others, like, he no way he would fucking, you know, invite somebody like me on the panel because he's scared, you know. And that's just, I don't want to go on a panel with a guy that's afraid of me. I want a guy that's dominant, you know, a guy that I used to know, not, you know, but I mean, even as a friend, you know, he's just changed so much. Like, I've apologized to him, and he still just fucked over Carrie, and he really got burned in the end. Like, he really played with fire so much. I'm thankful to God that she didn't have to endure what I did for 10 years, because, man, it was bad. But one good thing that came out of knowing him is, and I do still care for him, I'm not going to lie, because you just don't give 10 years of your life to somebody and not care for them. But the way he tossed me under the bus when I needed him the most, right after telling me, I know that you need me the most right now, I won't leave your side. Not only did he toss me under the bus, but he tried to, after I was very much involved in his success, without me, he wouldn't have even came back to this website. You know, he met Carrie, which that could have been a fine relationship between the two of them. But the way he went about it, like playing me and her against each other, constantly, like, I'm not even going to go into it, but you know what I'm talking about, Anderson. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to read the chat here. I'm not trying to ignore my fellow chatters. Abby, I read. Let me see. Hey, Waffles, what's up? Wendy's, how are you, dear? Success is the best revenge is correct. And that's what I wish for John. He blocked 2 of my accounts, even though I bought a t-shirt. I think I'll cut it up for a COVID mask. Yeah, cut up old Bergs' piece of shit shirts. Because, you know, and I'm sorry I blocked you. That's the one time I've ever used a wrench. Is I blocked Carrie one time when she made a video fussing at Bergs for demanding money from her after she was like, you know, I just bought a shirt. And I apologize for that wholeheartedly, Carrie. Should never have done that. And I think you should cut it up. I wouldn't even wear it. I'd just, like, give it to the dog or something to chew up. Put it in your shoes or something, so the next time your dog wants to go chew up a shoe, it'll chew up that disgusting Burgett shirt. Because look at what a Burgett is. Look at the man who represents the Burgetts, and tell me if you don't want to, that don't make you want to vomit. Ugh. He has blocked 2 of my accounts, even though I bought a shirt. Okay, am I blocked? No, Wendy, you're not. You're not gonna. There's no reason for you to be blocked, sweetheart. Hi, Abby Brooks. Sorry I haven't been around much. I've been busy moving 7,000 square foot shop. Well, Waffles, welcome back, dear. I appreciate you stopping by. Trying my best, Waffles. Hey, Wendy and Waffles, says my lovely Carrie. Abby, I've read that horoscope can make or break relationships, even friendships, so that's interesting. Well, I do take it with a grain of salt, but with the horoscopes, I do find that they are extremely accurate. Like, so many times, it's wild. Gross, I didn't know what Crowell did for sure. Yeah, he actually raped 2 boys. He did, Carrie. Anderson took down my channel, too. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He striked you? Swear to God, he's such an ass. Hi, Mr. Creeps. I don't know what Mr. Creeksworth is referring to when they say good idea. I'll go on panel with you. Oh, I'm not doing panels, baby. I'm talking about old Anderson. We were talking about him earlier with his panels. Remember, when you showed me his page, I hadn't been to it in a while. I liked the flowers on it. Oh, she liked the flowers on it. Okay. Carrie is just so sweet. Thank God for her. So, yeah, that's all I see. Carrie, can you type something, let me know you're still here? Or did my chat freeze? I'm going to take a sip of water. I'm just so thirsty. I don't know how to... I just can't quench my thirst. Are you here, babe? There you are. Yeah, I don't know what it is with my appetite, but I'm not hungry. And I'm so thirsty. Anyway, so yeah, Anderson is like over there for some reason because he's so out of the loop with the boy. He had a good channel. He thought that everybody would just flock to him, and even though he was reading off monotone, he's gotten to a point now where if he still had that channel that I and many others helped him build, but that he helped make too, because obviously without him, there would have been no channel. He became very bipolar and had a manic rage episode, probably got in a fight with you, Miss Bridges, and took down the channel. Because, see, when I was in love with him, and he first tried to pull that shit on me, I sat in dialysis when I should have been resting, and I begged him not to take his channel down, because I knew he would regret it, and he does. He regrets it. Don't let him fool you. He was making money off that channel, and he still could be making good money off that channel, especially now that he's trying to do the StreamYards thing. But you can tell he has no passion, and that's the difference between him and John. And that's why John rose up, and that's why me and John's whole story was a lot more interesting for people to watch versus whatever Anderson was doing. Because one, John introduced me to the community. I became invested and watched enough. I'm not watching anybody hardly anymore. I do watch some people if they make short videos, but I don't go into chats hardly ever. I can't remember the last time I went into somebody's chat room. I just don't want to do that. That's not really fun for me. But I might still do it. I'm not against it. But anyway, so you could just tell the difference. There's passion. Like, John wanted to be here. John was watching these people, got a lot more than I could ever have. I don't know half these people and what they've done, and like he does, and I don't care to know. But, when he introduced me, I became invested whenever people started watching me. I thought, well, yeah, I want to check out this community. And then, I did. And then people started to know who I am, but I have a huge channel as it is. And then me and him were just a lot more fun to watch. And then when Anderson would come on, after he lost his little love triangle with me and Carrie, and then after he treated Carrie so badly, he lost all of his allure because he was doped up too hard most of the time, which I'm proud of him now. He doesn't look as though he's doped up. If he would have had the same sound mind that he looks to have now on his channel that I can't even find by typing in his name, if he would have had that kind of sound mind plus some passion when he had that original channel that he'll probably never ever get back again, that was that successful, and I was so proud of him for, he could have been a lot bigger by now. But his bipolar would have got the best of him. It was only a matter of time before he deleted the account, because when I was in love with him throughout the years, I'm going to reiterate this, he used to punish me as a way. He didn't realize it, I guess, or I don't even know if he remembers it, because marijuana makes him so angry, and he's been a pot smoker as long as I've known him. But basically, he would do things like punish me back in the day or I felt like it was a punishment. Like, he would delete a channel, I would ask him not to. I would sometimes even cry because he would disappear for days as a way to punish me. Even when I didn't do anything that wrong, just when if he thought I was flirting with somebody. Excuse me. Just stuff like that. So over the years, he became conditioned, I guess, to think that, if I threaten to take my channel down, this will make a woman bend to my will. Well, yeah, a woman that's madly head over heels in love with you, like I was for 10 years, but not a brand new woman that is twice my age, who's beautiful, but isn't, stupid and naive like I was. I don't know. And then it just hurts, and I still see that he has no passion. Like, he has no viewers because he has no passion. And, me and him have always been like a team. So now he's lost me, and he makes no effort to try to reconcile what he's done to me. He's going to remain a loser on here. And the fact that he has no passion. He doesn't need me to, but he has no passion. He doesn't watch anybody. I don't watch hardly anybody, but even I have passion for my viewers, and I do subscribe to people, and I do make sure to check certain people's channels on and off. Just, I don't catch every video like Milton John does, or used to. And I don't participate in the chats as much because every time I go in, I'm treated like a celebrity. Oh my God, it's Abby, and it makes me feel a little uncomfortable. I just want to come in. I want to be said hi to, but I don't need you to act like I'm some big deal. I'm not. And I'm not trying to sound cocky. Like, literally, it's almost anxiety provoking when that happens. So I lurk a lot. Not nearly as much as I used to. I mainly stay in my corner now. If I am passionate about stuff, I'll come on and talk. I did tell you guys that this is my weekend. I don't have dialysis Saturday and Sunday, so I'm kind of bored. We still have an active quarantine in effect here. I'm feeling very sick. I was doing well. I don't know if it's due to the fact that I've been missing dialysis as much as my body can stand, so that way I'm not going and exposing myself out in public as much. If that's the problem, it doesn't feel like it is, because this is a little bit different feeling from that, but it could be, you never know. Or it could be, that I actually am catching this virus, or flu. It is flu season as well. But it's really scary not having an appetite. Anytime that I've dealt with people that didn't have appetites, they were close to death. And that's just the way it is. It's just, in my mind, not having an appetite is affiliated with death. And in a lot of ways that's true, because people's bodies your body knows weeks in advance if it's going to die, if you have health problems. And, as I already have an autoimmune disease that I can't control, and my immune system's suppressed, and to have COVID running around is, everywhere everybody is bad. It's really bad for somebody like me, especially regardless of my age. I remember when I caught swine flu, 7-8 years ago. I almost died from that. So I and that's when I was, 15, perfectly healthy. So it's scary, but I just put it in Jesus Christ's hands. I know I'm not going to go to heaven if I die. I know I'm not saved. I feel like anybody that's saved knows they're saved and doesn't have any doubts. But, I don't know. I know that worrying does no good, and I know that the most important thing in life is Christ, and that's just the way it is, and I need to get closer to Him. I've strayed. I need to, like Carrie was talking to me about praying earlier, and I was like, Carrie, I don't even know what to say to Him. I want to talk to God, but we haven't spoken so long, and I felt really bad about that, because I woke up this morning. It was a beautiful day here in Coeur d'Alene. I went out town when I wasn't feeling as bad, and I was the first thing I did, I called my mother, told her, Mom, it's a beautiful day, and let's both thank the Lord right now for getting to wake up and live. And she agreed, So let me see what you guys are saying. Most creative, or no, I'm here. I'm just letting you catch up. Yes, I didn't beg him. Did I say that you begged him or something? I'm sorry, Carrie. I'm sorry. I've apologized several times for my choice of words. I know you haven't begged that son of a bitch for nothing, sweet Carrie. My apologies, dear. I didn't even know he had done it. Yes, that's why he would remove videos and then the channel to punish me. Yeah, I know. I don't doubt it. LOL, it's so lame. I'm way too old for that BS. Yeah, but see, I would beg him not to. Oh, maybe she misunderstood and thought that I was saying that she would beg him not to. No, I know you aren't that dumb and naive, Carrie. But I was for 10 years, and I would beg him not to. So he became conditioned to do certain things, I guess, over time because, well, it worked on Abby. So, and then here I am, still extending an olive branch to this man, and he's just over there in his corner with the absolute scum gutter trash, people like Tupac, of all people, who he doesn't even like, people like Fish, who he doesn't like, and he's kissing their ass because they're 2 of his 5 viewers. Come on, guys. And he's gotten a little bit better at, if you notice, when he has something to talk about, he can talk about it. But the real him never comes across on that goddamn camera. The real Anderson Henderson is, and that's the difference between me and him, and that's also the difference between him and Melton. Melton is a troll. And no, you do not see a lot of his true self, but you do see some of it. With me, I'm a troll too, but you see 100% authenticity. This is how I act in real life. There is no difference. With Anderson Henderson, what you see on his page, the man will lie just to hear himself lie and just to hear himself talk. He is a compulsive liar. And some of that did rub off on me, I'm not going to lie. But at least I will eventually admit, if not right away, eventually admit to you guys the truth. I lied about something and apologize because it eats away at my conscience. Anyway, yeah, if he would be more genuine, and it took me years. It took me 7 years to even know the Anderson Henderson's name wasn't Chad. I thought his real name was Chad for 7 years. I never questioned it. That's how much I loved him. So for him just to throw me away like that, whenever he was like, oh, I'll, be here for you. And he did it because I started to have a crush on John, and he hated that. But now that I don't even have feelings like that for John, because John's made it very clear that he doesn't have those feelings anymore, and I respect that. Plus, I don't watch John that much, he's just a friend. And he's not even that. I feel neutral toward John. I don't hate him. I don't like him that much. I just wish that he could see what others on the outside looking in could see, and that is, when you get on and you're angry, you're not going to do anything, but you're not hurting anybody but yourself. Go out into the real world, get you a part-time job, even if you get mad at one of the employees. Hell, at least try to make it to your first paycheck, John. It'll make you feel so much better. Being out, like the 2 weeks I was away working, was great. Went over to Sandpoint, was great. I just really wish the fucking quarantine would end. Yeah, but you'll also stop drinking and using the bathroom. Most creative people need a muse. He needs a new muse. Yeah, and he's talking to Colton Wood's ex, Crystal. Carrie. Ugh. But the thing is, Carrie, with Anderson Henderson, he's never going to find a woman like me that would deal with that. He's never going to find one like his ex. Hell, it took us 10 years, the 2 women that loved him more than anything, to finally, say, this man doesn't love us. Look at what he's done, and look at how we've endured this, and look at how we've stuck by him. And he ought to feel absolutely fucking ashamed And for him to come on film and do his little, oh, Colton Wood, blah, 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 my glory days, I took down MLP, blah, blah, blah. Hello, 5 audience members. Does anybody want to come on panel? Stupid shit. When he should be on his fucking hands and knees saying, I'm sorry, Abby Watkins Chiptoff, the woman who stood by me longer than any other one, my longest standing female friend, or fucking friend in general. I'm sorry that I fucking abandoned you and treated you like garbage and wished you to not get a kidney and fucking treated you the way I did whenever you were diagnosed and needed me the most, and I promised you I would have been there for you, and just fucking laughed and got high and fucking disregarded you like trash. He should be on his hands and knees asking for forgiveness. He should be calling me saying I'm sorry. It shouldn't be me. Okay? This man will never find another woman like me for as long as he lives. Even the first one didn't stand by him the way I did. But she's an amazing woman, and I love her to death as well. Anyway, that's, if he wants to let that go, that's his own fucking fault. But I can tell that he's hurting. I can tell that he's fucking miserable because I know him. I can tell that he gets stoned and he doesn't give a fuck. I can tell that he still gets high on pills, but not as high, or at least not on film. And he blocks out and numbs all these emotions and everything I'm saying right now because he knows it's the truth. And he'd rather numb those things than fucking come to grips and be a man and just apologize and reconcile the friendship. I gave this man my life for 10 years. I turned down so many real life relationships I could have had. Anyway. If you're still thirsty, that's a good sign. It's not for me though, Carrie, because I have to take this off at dialysis. But then again, I feel dehydrated even though I'm not. I don't know how to explain it. And I'm losing so much weight. I was losing weight, but now I'm losing it so rapidly that they don't know how much fluid to pull. So if you don't know what my dry weight is, then they can't tell me, hey, are you dehydrated? I have to be the judge of that, and that's so difficult to do when you have kidney failure. I don't even know how to explain it. No, I was just saying that he didn't warn me he was about to delete his channel. He did it. Were you fighting at all whenever he fucking deleted it? I feel like God can bring the right people into our lives. Were you and him fighting, Carrie? If you don't have to answer that public, but I'm pretty sure he said you were on film when he deleted it. That's punishment. He should have known that you wouldn't give a fuck about that. I mean, you don't care about channels. And then he tried to play it off and say, oh, I wanted to come back and I'm going to show you guys how I can make a new one and be just as successful, when he has not 1 ounce of passion for anybody in the void. He has not 1 ounce of passion, yet he's expecting these people to come and support him when he doesn't even so much as visit their channels and leave a comment. So, I mean, see that kind of entitlement? But he really is underneath all that a fucking asshole, but a good-hearted man. I don't know what it is, but Carrie, I know you've seen it. You saw it. You told me you saw it a long time ago. I said, when I told you, you asked me why I put up with it. And I said, this was a long time ago, I think, when we first talked on the phone. And I said, Carrie, I just saw the good in him. And I still see the good in this man. I always will. And she said, yeah, you said, yeah, I see that too. But now, as you got to know him, I think you see just what you were getting into. And, it ain't worth it. I guess. I don't know. But most women in their right mind know it's not worth it. It would never give what I and one other woman have given to Anderson Henderson. No other woman will ever give him that. And it's disgusting that the two women that did, he treats the worst. I'm talking about his original one that you first met him on, his big time channel. Yeah, the medication thing is, it seems, if he is truly acting like the way I've seen him act in a couple videos I watched, I had to keep turning it off. Thank God I had other people to talk to, because it was just so boring. Because he's talking about stuff I already have known about. Like, MLP is old news. But, I was watching him to see his demeanor, his body language, the look in his eyes, the look on his face, the way he was pronunciating things. Because I know him so well. And I felt like he was hurt. And when he wasn't hurt, he was numb and like, I don't give a fuck kind of attitude, which is disgusting. And he needs to grow the fuck up already and get out of that little boy phase. That's what makes me sick, is when he knows that he should be on his fucking hands and knees apologizing to me and others around here. And instead, his stupid ass is sitting in that dumbass apartment all day, eating Milano cookies, smoking pot, taking pills, numbing his emotions, and talking about and obsessing over fat-ass, schizophrenic, homeless Colton Wood and his black ex when he's a racist. I mean, he's trying to find any woman he can, and he does this little thing where he'll try to talk to fucking Asians because he's so insecure. He said it before, he doesn't think he can get a white woman. That's why he talks to Asians. He probably doesn't even remember telling me that years ago. I remember. There's certain things about him that will always stick in my head, and until he comes and apologizes to me after I've sit here and apologized to him 500 times for the one mistake I made, until he comes and apologizes to me, I'm not thinking about any of the good times, because there were so many bad. There were so many there were so many worse times than good that it's hard for me to feel any inkling of love and toward him. When I see him act the way he's acting, and he doesn't show any signs of wanting to improve, and come back and make this right again, like he knows he should. Me and you get along. Carrie is dating someone else. There is no reason as to why he should not be able to be friends with me again. I understand you don't want nothing to do with him, Carrie, and I don't fucking blame you. That's your own reason. He had plenty of opportunities to, be with you, and he ruined them. So that's his fault. That's not yours. But, I've invested my life in the man. So for me, I have a lot more into it than you could ever realize. And so for me, it's hellaciously frustrating to still care about it. I just wish he would drop off the face of the earth. He has no passion. He talks to hardly anybody. He's such a loner. He doesn't watch anybody in a boy. Why is he still even here? Why is Anderson Henderson even still on this website? You can tell he doesn't want to be here. You can tell he doesn't want to talk to anybody, or he would. And you can tell he looks down on everybody because, well, let's face it, he's got the bottom of the boy over there watching him, but that's neither here nor there. I don't even see Star supporting him anymore. It's bad when Star doesn't support you. She is so amazing. She fucking loves everybody. And, I mean, why is he even here? There's no reason for him to be here. He claims to be talking to all these other people on Facebook, Skype, wherever the fuck else, whatever stupid little Omega or whatever little, he'll get on fucking line and he'll talk to these random girls all day. Why is he even on YouTube then? Go find you somebody else. Carrie don't want you. you won't reconcile your friendship with me, and your first one's been done with you, bud. But that's just the thing. He's still here because he still does care, and he knows that he's never going to find a good woman that'll put up with shit again the way I did. So, and I'm not totally shunning him. I'm not sitting here saying I'll never have nothing to do with him again. I'm shocked at his behavior and how he's acting for this long. And I'm disgusted. And the more I sit here and talk about it, the more upset I become. Because I haven't thought about him in ages. I haven't viewed his channel in a while. I think I have viewed it, but I left like a comment or something, but I didn't watch anything. So tonight was the first time I've actually watched, because I didn't know he was going to be doing it. He has no viewers, first of all, and he doesn't know anybody. Like, when I got him back over here, or begged him to come back over here, he didn't know anybody. I was having to say, hey, babe, look, this person made a video on you. This person made a video on you. I told this person about you. Go check them out. Please go say hi to them. My ass was starting to be hated amongst this community by people that really liked me, like Tanya Z, for example. Like, I went in her room when I first met her, and she was like, you like Anderson Henderson, though. He's just total garbage. And I bounced. I said, I feel differently. I love him, and I think he's very talented, and I'm going to make sure that he's, I'm promoting him. And you'll see, he's way more talented than Elvis, and he's way better looking, and he's witty, and he's charming, and he's funny. Little did I know, I didn't know he was going to end up being like fucking slobbering out the mouth, like he belonged in a psych ward, or had been living there. I didn't know he was going to be like that. I didn't know he was going to turn on me for random women. At the time, you were random, Carrie, not now, but you know what I mean? I didn't know that he was going to do that. And I didn't know that he was going to, make fun of my health and wish death, and I didn't know that he was going to totally just throw me under the bus, I would have never saw those things coming, and I know him very well. And he knows me very well, so I don't even know why I'm continuing to talk about it. We're going to move on unless you have anything else to say. But I'm just thankful that I met you, Miss Bridges, through him, because you are a great woman, and you're very, very special to me. I deeply, deeply love you, Carrie, and I truly mean that. And I have worked so hard, and so have you, to put our differences aside and really build a friendship. And I think that, it's a beautiful thing. It's really hard for me to befriend women, and especially online. But you are just a total treasure, and I couldn't have asked for a better friend here in the Boyd, for sure. And you get me, you have health problems, and you get that I do too. And when we're tired, we both understand that, you don't need constant reassurance. You don't need constant affection. You don't copy me all the time. You don't follow me around like the other one did. You still follow me around. We were talking about this earlier, that bitch. Oh my God, I want to call her fucking ass out. I told you that on text earlier, Carrie. I'm like, I should call that bitch out. But I called her out on a video yesterday, and she's just, I feel bad for her. I truly, feel bad for her, so I'm not even going to waste my time going there. I could slaughter this bitch with my tongue. I already have. So I'm going to read what you say, what you're saying now. No, I'm sorry you went through this, and I'm very sorry I contributed to it. Well, you know what? He is a charming son of a bitch, and at first, any woman would fall for it, but he should know. I told you I've seen 100 women come and go that are not like you, but he did the same shit with. And at first it was to make me jealous and all that, but then he developed feelings for you. That I have no doubt about. He wasn't totally playing you or anything. I tried to even be, because I love him so much, I tried to, and I did, support the fucking relationship, but it's more than I could say he would ever do for any of mine. I don't know if any friendships can be successful if there's no trust as a foundation. Exactly. And me and you, I told you I would do whatever it takes to earn yours back, and I've tried my best. And I've been pissed at you since I said that. And I've tried, and I've succeeded, because I love you, at making sure I keep your trust. So, and I don't ever plan on letting that go. God, I'm so stuffed up. Miss Bridges, I'm so stuffed up, even though it's not cold. It's like, well, it probably is cold because I have a fever, friend. I just can't feel it. It's 68 degrees. That's cold. Oh my God. This is what I've had today. I've had 4 8-ounce caramel store-bought strawberry or frappuccinos, not the ones from the actual Starbucks, but the ones you get in the store. I had 2 20-ounce Coca-Colas and almost however many 33.8 ounces of Aquafina. That is a lot of fluid, but I am so thirsty I cannot stand it. I took some sandwich stuff out, and I took that little Lunchable out that I bought, that adult Lunchable. It's probably unfrozen by now, but I'm just dreading having to end this stream and eat it because I'm so sick. I just don't want to eat, but I'm so malnourished. Like, it's bad. My labs were really bad. I don't want to be hospitalized, and when Dr. Milky was like, you need to eat, I can tell you're not eating, and if you don't, I will hospitalize you and make you eat. And I'm like, what do you mean? He told me he would put a fucking tube down my throat and feed me. Do you think I want that, guys? And I mean, I'm sitting here sick as a dog trying my best not to go to the hospital because I know if I don't have COVID now, I sure as fuck will go in there because all the Washingtoningtons, I don't know what the fuck they call their dumbass selves, but they won't stay in their state. And I'm sick of them coming over here during this epidemic. They need to stay in their fucking state. And I'm so thankful that we have sheriffs. That's why when I was coming home from Post Falls that night, Carrie, I don't know if you were watching, but remember I was freaking out, like thinking something was going on. I was the only person on the interstate driving home from Post Falls when I was awaiting my first COVID test results come back from after the dialysis clinic told me they thought I had it. And I know I didn't have it. And they hired a third shift, and I was there until almost 11 p.m. And I don't fucking go into Post Falls except to visit my GP. So, hold on, baby. I'll read what you're saying. Hey, Penny, what's up? Pennywise. You know Carrie Bridges. Her name is Deep State. She's in here. Say hey to Carrie, Penny. She's been my saving grace these past forever. For a long time now. I've been sick as fuck, and she's just been such an angel to me. I hope you're doing well, Penny, buddy. But anyway, what was I saying? I feel I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. Like, I was so fucking thankful because I didn't know why I remember that. I was filming that. I had a sheriff in front of me. In front of me. Pulled off to the side of the interstate. Let me drive by him. I was the only one on it, coming home. And got behind me. Didn't pull me over. And then I saw 2 cop cars at one cop car, but they were sheriffs. They weren't just regular cops. At every single exit coming home. And there were like 10 exits. And I saw one man that was merging onto the interstate. There were 2 cops. And I didn't realize what the fuck was going on. Like, why was there? I thought maybe somebody was, like a shooter or something was on the loose. And for all I knew, I was thinking, well, damn, they might have a pursuit or something going on. I need to be wary because somebody could just pop out and hit my car out of nowhere, or I could get shot. Like, I was afraid. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I've never seen that. There was nobody out. But then when I realized, when I got home, I realized, hey, they're pulling over anybody with out-of-state tags after a certain time. AKA the stinking Washington motherfuckers who don't want to stay in their fucking lane, aka their state. They have their own hospitals. They need to go there and stop bringing their crud over here. Because that's such a poor-ass fucking state. Spokane is a disgusting city. The crime rate there is horrendous. The types of people are horrendous. They don't care about anything. They don't take care of anything. They're just... It's white trash. I'm sorry, but I've lived here 10 years, and I know what I'm talking about. And I've looked at the demographics. Just go and look it up yourself and compare the two cities. And I just, it just pissed. I was just so happy to know that they were pulling over out-of-state tags. But I'm seeing tons of people. I remember I was filming this the other day, too. I was seeing tons of people from all over the United States coming here into Coeur d'Alene. And I was thinking, you guys, either they didn't, this was before they closed all the bars and stuff. Now that all the bars and salons and nice restaurants, sit-down restaurants are all closed, all those little tourists, some of them probably paid good damn money to come up here around this time too. And I guarantee you a lot of them didn't even check to see if whether or not there was a quarantine going on here before they just decided to trek on up here. Or just stuck in their hotels. And I find that so funny because I know that I've seen multiple tags from like Mississippi and Alabama and New York and Colorado, and those are the ones I've been seeing most recently, and some Florida tags even. So those people are driving those rental cars all the way up here, dude. Took them, I know there's quarantines over there in those places. What the fuck did they come over here and expect us to be exempt from it? Like, oh, I guess Coeur d'Alene, COVID won't come over there. COVID-19 is Coeur d'Alene's exempt. It's just so stupid. And what's even more dumb is the fucking people that have the nerve to get on the fucking, the cruise ships. Remember when H1N1 came out? People were dumb enough to get on cruise ships, and everybody ends up getting the plague when they're on a cruise ship. I have no idea why anybody would do that. That's common sense. But, it's times like that when I'm not thankful for anybody's death, but we need some population control. If we can't educate, and obviously we're not educating, we need some population control. People like Chris Bergs, he needs to go ahead and get killed off on it, because all he is a burden on his parents. What does he do for his parents? Scream at them, no doubt. And he comes on here and screams at you guys, and you give him money. And nobody's jealous. People like me aren't jealous of that fat slob. But he comes on here and he says, Carrie, he did a song earlier, right? And he fucking said, I could hear this man's voice was being affected. Now, remember, he's an entertainer. He's an entertainer, right? He just said that, he says all the time when I would watch him, he would say, this is a business. I treat this like a business, which he stole from that fat slob in California. This is a business. I'm treating this like a business. I'm an entertainer. This 46-year-old piece of shit, human garbage, wants to say that he is treating this like a business, yet he comes on wearing the same clothes every night. You know how dirty? He's so fat, and he's getting fatter, and it is so unhealthy, which I don't give a fuck. I'm ready for him to kill off. We need population control on people like him because he's useless. He just consumes resources and does nothing. But anyway, he gloats about it too, guys. That's the worst part. He gloats about it. He thinks that he is useful. He thinks that he's needed. He even said that. I watched 2 or 3 minutes of the beginning of his live stream tonight before I almost threw up. He said, you guys, that YouTube depends on him. Without YouTube, there wouldn't be a YouTube. That he works for Google LLC. What a fucking idiot. Guys. Oh, let me read what you're saying. My baby girl's still here. I just stopped in to wish everyone well. Thank you kindly, Penny. My coachism, Jets are real Abby. I think this is like a Steven Spielberg movie or something, right? I'm worried about the hit to the economy. A lot of small businesses aren't going to be able to recover. I agree. That's scary. And that sucks because, it takes people years, Carrie. It's their dream. You know how many people probably, like young couples or just single people, like working all their lives to be able to save up, get their credit good enough, probably sacrifice so many things to have good credit so they could get a nice loan from the bank, and just put their heart and soul into a new business, and it's gonna fucking tank because of this fucking virus. That's sad. It's really sad. So yeah, I've thought about the economy too, but I've tried my best not to, Carrie. I've tried my best not to. Yeah, they don't want to stay home. People still got those cruises. I say let them. I say put the fucking cruise ships for free. The fucking tickets are almost free anyway. They're only $300. $1,200 tickets are now $300. Let them come on for free. Let them all get it. Keep them quarantined, and we'll get us some population control. Jinx, LOL, been there floating and dying and whining. I love you, Gary. She says, Jinx, LOL, been there floating and dying and whining. God, this woman is savage. I love her. Birds could survive the apocalypse. He'll still be playing it. Yeah, right. He'll still be playing a guitar in his garage while nuclear bombs detonate. Oh, I know. People want to use YouTube as an at-home business, but they don't get ready before they go online. They don't look nice, like if they were leaving the house. It's so strange. I know, right? And then they claim that, this is Chris especially. I mean, he's the one I could hear his voice and how fat he's getting now. I could hear him. I don't know if he was sitting down whenever he was in the dark or whatever, but you could hear the sheer fatness affecting his voice. The fat in this nasty, sweaty piece of shit's body. And the dirty clothes he wears, at least he trimmed his beard, it looks like, but he needs to shave it off. But if he does, he's going to look like a fucking basketball head with a fucking, I doubt that man can look down and even see his pecker. In fact, I know he can't. He can't look down and see his pecker. That is so emasculating. Plus, he's short. He's only like 5'10". That's short as fuck. And he's probably a good 350 pounds. Do you know how fucking big that is for him to be? He's useless. I don't know how his parents probably, I would say I'm going to go hook up with Whitty and get that motherfucker's address. I don't even need to. I know how else I can get his address, but somebody needs to be calling. He claims that I call people. I've never called anybody on him or anybody else's fucking family. But somebody needs to be calling and making sure that wellness checks are performed for his poor elderly parents multiple times, like a month. Because Chris is so abusive to Jill, I can only imagine what he's doing to his parents. And sweet, sweet revenge will come when his parents pass away. Leave him that house. He won't be able to keep up with the mortgage because I know his parents don't have it paid off yet. There's just no way. And he'll lose the house. And then if he doesn't, he'll sell it. probably, get hardly nothing for it, knowing how stupid he is with money. Drink all the money, drink himself to death, and party, and whatever else, and he'll end up homeless. And he's going to be so lost. And it'll be so funny because he's close to being diabetic if he's not already. And there's no way he'll probably die on the streets of a diabetic coma, and it'll be sweet karma for the abuse that he's put his audience through, his parents through for all of his life, since the mistake was born into this world. He was a mistake. I guarantee you both of his parents have laid beside each other at night before going to sleep and saying, you know what, baby, we messed up with our son. Where did we go wrong? He's never going to leave our house. He's 46 years old. That's why you don't see his fucking parents ever. When I met my husband, there were so many cute videos. I still have them. He would go and visit his mother and father and brother, and they loved each other. And you could see how sweet and good they were to each other. Berg's parents, if they ever came, have any of you ever seen them come in there or seen Berg say, guys, this is my parents. Without these people, I'd be homeless on the street. Meet the people that I love more than anyone in the world. You think he'd ever do something like that? No. His fucking parents are probably scared of him the way he screams. And I hope to God, I'm so close to hiring somebody to beat the fuck out of this man that it would be so easy. Like, Bergs deserves to die. I don't want him to die. I don't mean that. I'm just getting heated. But he doesn't deserve to live. If he really thinks about his situation, how can any person not lay their head down at night being so old, knowing they've done nothing with their life? They don't have any children. Nobody would miss them if they died. They don't have anything they've contributed. They can't even keep a woman happy. If I was Bergs, I'd kill myself probably. Because he has no thankfulness. Bergs doesn't get up and be thankful for every day he's alive. He complains all fucking day. Thinks of new ways to take your money. Alright, let me see what baby girl's saying. She was cracking me up. Oh, I know people want to use YouTube as an at-home business, but they don't get ready before they go online. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Hello, Abby. Alright, I think my shit froze, so I'll be right back. It'll buffer for maybe 10 seconds. Oh, come on. It's taking forever. There you are. Alright, sorry guys. After about an hour, it logs me out. So, I missed a lot of comments. So, let me go back up here and don't worry, I'm not Coates. I have a larger than third grade reading level. I can go ahead and catch up in just a minute. Thank you very much, Abby. Same, rolling floor laughing. Yeah, but I wasn't interested in when you were saying that. Oh yeah, I'm way past that. Coaches, I'm worried about the hit in the comment. Okay, I already read that. Okay, I remember when people would wear suits to go on airplanes. Wow, really? Yeah, they could have spent 20 years to build a bed and breakfast or something and not have a month or 2 or 3 of emergency savings. Exactly. I try not to watch too much about it or I'll get stressed. I don't get stressed. It just disgusts me. Kiss my ass, Carrie, blocking ass, stop purring. Hey. Penny, what is going on? Keep your guard up, Abby. She's a gash. Oh, is that why he wears a beard? Hey, Carrie. What the fuck is going on? Penny, why are you talking to her? You're not the real Pennywise if you're talking to her like that. Woody's already did one, I think. Who is Penny? That's not the real Penny. He said, kiss my ass, Carrie, blocking ass, pot stirring talk. She didn't block you. What is going on? They may have a mortgage insurance, which we'll get now. They may have, yeah, but he'll lose that house, Carrie. He can't afford that house and all the utilities and that, and the maintenance on that. He'll lose that. Abby, I need to know what the fuck is going on. Barbara, what's up? She says, hey, Abby, first time commenting, but I've watched you. Barbara, welcome. Thank you for being a viewer of the channel. If you're still here, sweetheart, I was logged out and didn't realize it. Yeah, he needs to get help, is all I can say. Just a counselor for the PTSD or something. That piece of shit doesn't have PTSD, Carrie. He's lying to you. Hi, Barbara. Thank you very much for visiting. Please read my comments out loud. Hi, Penny. Are you always so desperate to be noticed, or just when you see me? All right, Carrie, do me a favor, sweetheart, and go to his page and tell me if that's the real Penny. Because I've known Penny for 10 years. That is not Penny. Penny, what is going on if that is the real you? That is not the real Penny. Carrie, can you confirm that for me, sweetheart? Please. Is that the real Pennywise or not? Okay, Penny, why do you hate Carrie? What is going on? What has she ever done to you? Carrie, what is going on? She doesn't have you blocked, Penny. She doesn't make videos. What are you talking about? Penny. Now this is serious because Penny doesn't get mad. So, especially at women. So, what did she do to you? She blocked you, but Penny, it's not like you to ever give a fuck if anybody blocks you. Where did you block him from, Carrie? It's obviously not one of your pages. You don't make videos. Penny, why be rude to her? What has she ever done to you? I don't know what's going on, Penny, but I don't have a problem with you. Oh, Penny, taking up for that piece of shit white Tupac over Carrie Bridges? No, Penny, that's not like you. I don't know what all this is about, but Penny, I don't want you attacking Carrie in here. If you and her have your differences, that's fine. But, I respect you. I've known you for a long time. I would never come into your stream and do this kind of stuff if it was the other way around right now. And somebody was in there that I despised that you were friends with. So, make a video and, you know how we get down, Penny. You're from old school, honey. You know how we get down. We do our video fighting. Okay, but White Tupac is trash. Carrie is a million times better. Believe me, Penny, at one time, I would totally agree with you. After I got to know this woman, she is an amazing woman. She has her guard up. She has every right to. She is, come on, Penny. This ain't like you. I don't know. It's not like Penny, Carrie. This is not like the Penny I know. But, Carrie, why are you saying that to Penny? You don't know Penny at all. I'm going to go back through my shit. Carrie, can you do me a favor, too, and text me right now? Just let me know that's really you. Because I might have to get this stinking ass stream yards, and I really don't want to. Eating cookie dough will make it go away, y'all. Alright? Well, no, that'll give you salmonella if you're not careful. I have love for you too, but Penny, I love you too, buddy. You know this. Penny, you're gonna have to make a video letting people know why you have a problem with Carrie, because this is not like the Penny I know. So whatever's happened must have really upset Penny. And simply blocking him is not gonna get him this mad. like telling Anderson I'm interested in you. Get the fuck out of here with your arrogance. What are you talking about, Carrie? Don't leave, Carrie, no. I don't like this. This is my channel. This is my chat, and you're welcome here. I asked you to be here. Well, she doesn't need to be attacked right now, Penny. She's coming in here. If you have a problem with her, that's between you and her. But go to your channel and do it. Don't keep attacking her in here, please, for me, okay? Now, if you want to stay, Penny, you're welcome to stay and listen. But be civil, please. And if you can't stop attacking her, then damn, Penny, just stop. And maybe make a video or let people know. You have to let me know what she's done to you. And, I mean, my whole fucking stream is being ruined right now. This is not cool. So, go to your page and take your frustrations out there, okay, babe? I know Penny, and I'm shocked right now. I'm still shocked to know if that's even the real him. But I believe it if Carrie's telling me it's the real him. But, Penny, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on between you and her, but it's between you and her. Now, I'm getting back to this fat motherfucking Chris. And if you continue, way you go way back, Abby, it's all good. She's trolling you out. All right, Penny. I don't see how she's trolling me, but if she is, oh well. Carrie's like that. We have a weird relationship like that. But yes, all right. Have a good night, Penny. I do think it's best. I don't want you to keep getting upset. Who is Larry? Do you know this Larry, Carrie? Larry Nicholas. Hey, don't start shitting here, Larry. Your account, that shit's getting deleted, bud. Penny, we were having a nice time. You're the troll tonight. All right, just don't antagonize him, sweet Carrie. He said he would leave. That's showing that he's, willing to be respectful and, let me get back to my stuff. So let's just, relax. But I would like for you to stay. So yeah, with Chris, as far as his looks, this is what really disgusted me tonight. Hold on. Oh, Carrie, I remember that. Now I know what's going on. All right. Well, that's done and over with. See how Anderson just ruins everything. I do remember that. I remember what you said, and I do know why. I remember Hazel told me about that. She told me and screenshotted me exactly what you said, Carrie, and it did look like you were hitting on him. I'm not gonna lie. But I know you, Carrie, well enough by now to know that you meant no harm. And she's just sweet and nice. And, Penny should have been flattered, but he had the mentality of, I don't mess with my ex's women, even though Anderson Henderson never really even dated her. He insisted that she date him when she made it clear that she didn't want to from the jump. That's the truth about it. But Penny is a gentleman, and I don't want to get involved with that. But now I do know what's going on. I just try to forgive and forget that if you can, Penny. But I'm going to continue with what I want to say. Okay, Carrie, I'm sorry, baby. This is what old Hazel showed me. Why do any of you think Penny is even attractive? Carrie, I'm sorry, baby girl. Can we just drop it? I think it's fucked up that Anderson had him under the impression that you were fucking ever his girlfriend to begin with. That's what I think is fucked up. I didn't say Penny was attractive. When did I say that? I don't think he's unattractive. But a lot of the women around here swoon over him. Yeah, Hazel the shit talker. I told Penny to go up on Linda's panel, and they did hit it off. I think him and her would have hit it off. That was before I realized she was doped up on Ambien, but hey, that's her prerogative. Old Milton. Sorry, I'm having a couple sips of Coca-Cola, so it's naturally going to make me burp a little bit. My apologies. But yeah, I think they would have been a good couple. I don't know if they ever got to meet or not, but I think they had planned to have coffee or something. They did well on panel. Linda and Penny seemed to hit it off. Penny is very respectful. Yeah, he usually is. Sorry you're having problems with him. Hazel with a shit talk. I think he is. I respect everyone except Carrie. Fair enough, Penny. I wanted to talk to Penny about Harold. If any alligators... She didn't mean to hit on. She's saying she didn't hit on you, Penny. But, Anderson lied to you. Even from the jump, she made it clear that, she wasn't looking to date him. He forced himself on her, Penny. But I wanted to talk to Penny about Harold if any allegations was going to be made. It could have been that I was interested in Harold. Penny and Anderson are both idiots. Alright, Carrie. Hi, Barbara. Hi, you were supposed to be gone. Yes, Penny. Deep state. Okay, Barbara. Y'all take care. Well, and I don't want to put words in her mouth, okay? Carrie and I are, I don't know. All I know is this, okay? I love Carrie with all my heart. I know Penny for a long ass time. And I'm sorry, Penny, that you don't like Carrie. That's between you and her. That Penny, that has nothing to do with me. And Miss Carrie is being attacked over and over. Penny, I've asked you to take it to your page because I wanted to continue talking about that son of a bitch up in Seattle. And I asked Carrie to be here. So I don't want her to keep being attacked. And I'm asking you to please stop. If you don't want to stop, then that is your prerogative. I do not want you hidden or banned from my page. But she does have a wrench. And, I don't know, time him out, I guess. I don't know, Penny, what would you do if you were me right now as a host? I like both of you guys. And you have beef that has nothing to do with me. And I'm trying to talk about what I want to talk about on my own stream. And not get Carrie upset or you. I asked her to be here tonight. Did she? Or did she say that? Well, Penny, my God, honey, you attacked her you talked bad about her 10 times before she finally started retaliating. What do you expect her to do? Alright, guys, so we can't get along and we can't go and, take up our issues on our own pages. So, and since when do you like Anderson, Penny? You never liked that motherfucker. And after the abuse he's put me through? She's a sweet girl, and if you knew her the way I did, Penny, you would understand. I hated her guts too at first, but I love her to death, and I don't want her to be insulted. And I don't want you to be insulted either. But you insulted her a lot, multiple times, and she was ignoring you at first. And you said you were leaving, Penny, and then you're still here. So I don't know what to do. I don't know. I feel like my stream is being ruined, which is not much of a stream anyway. But I'm going to finish talking about what I want to talk about. And you guys work it out however you see fit. Carrie, you have a wrench. Penny, you have a right to whatever you want to do. Just don't hide him from my page, please. If you choose to use it. Penny, I got nothing but mad love for you. But this should be something you should be taking up on your channel. Nobody was talking about you. You came in here and started attacking her first. But, again, Penny, you know how the OGs get down with the video fights. That's why we do it. So anyway, I'm moving on, guys. Carrie's a very strong woman. She can hold her own, and I asked her to be here. So, if she decides to leave, that's her prerogative, but I hope she doesn't. I'm going to finish talking about what I want to talk about. You guys can work it out amongst yourselves. I've tried to keep the peace, and I don't know how. But I'm not going to let it overrun my stream, because that's not fair to me. Anyway, so yeah, Bergs came on, and that motherfucker wears the same clothes every fucking night. Every night. I'm talking every fucking night. Same hat, every night. Stupid. When I would watch this cocksucker, he would ask you guys, oh, do you want me to wear this scarf, or do you want me to wear this scarf? Because he likes the fucking Sea Chickens, the worst fucking team. Oh my God, I would set that stadium on fire if I had the opportunity. Seahawks suck. But he basically, has his little Goodwill scarves, and he's like, oh, do you guys like this one, or do you like this one? And he'd make you fucking, like, he would legit expect his fucking audience to say, oh, I like the gray one, or I like the Seahawks one, or I like the, the same two scarves, this drunk son of a bitch would get on, and he does it. He still continues to do it, I think. He gets on every night and shows you the same two scarves and asks you which one you like, even though you guys are giving him money. Has the same gross hoodie on because now he's too fat to wear a normal t-shirt. And you can't come in there and speak unless you give him money. That's why that fucking idiot, HVAC, whatever stupid ass... What kind of stupid-ass name is that, by the way? That idiot will throw him $1 just so he can sit and listen to that piece of shit talk. He'll throw him $1. And then, I'm sorry, but I'm totally on Milton's side with Chris. Even back when I was still supporting Chris monetarily, he would, I think Milton John still has that stream up, where that motherfucker chimped so hard on me one night, and me and John were fighting at the time, and John actually took up for me. That's how crazy Chris is. But we gotta help Jill, guys. This is my whole main thing, okay? I'm sick of seeing a beautiful woman like Jill be fucking abused, especially with the fact that I've been abused by Anderson for so long. I really relate to that, and I think we got to find her a better man. She's very hot. She's an alcoholic, sure, but she can hold her liquor way better. And we all got our vices. I don't drink or anything, but hell, that shouldn't be a make or break. Maybe if she had a man with some money that would fucking work and provide for her like a man is supposed to, she has her own place. He could come visit her, and maybe she wouldn't want to drink herself into oblivion sometimes to forget about the piece of shit that she's actually fallen in love with. It's sad, and that's really my only concern. I still watch her, and I still support her. Otherwise, Bergs' fucking name wouldn't be coming out of my mouth, alright? But that motherfucker, I made it very clear to him when he told me that he demanded money, and I'm like, dude, I'm not giving you any money right now. Fuck off. But I said it in a nice way, and he asked me to leave. I politely said I'll never come back. And then David, a.k.a. Noodles 1980, got on the phone with me one time and told me, this motherfucker has been talking shit about you, and I was in his room, and he was totally fucking ignoring me until I mentioned your name. Now, you got to keep in mind, I don't fucking know Chris. I've never talked to him privately. Would never call his ass on the phone. Could you imagine that? Ugh. And he's just, I felt sorry for the guy. He's a train wreck. So, I donated a lot of money, actually. Like $40 at a time sometimes, because I felt bad for him. But now, that was in the beginning, whenever his fucking pity stories were actually, like, believable, when he was being honest. At least he'd say, he used to be a little bit honest. He'd say, you know what, guys, I'm depressed, my health is horrible, my parents are sick, I need some money for a beer. Will somebody buy me a beer? At least he used to be honest. Now, he's all like, if you donate, it's going to insert random excuse that's a fucking lie here. Like, his fucking van build on his GoFundMe, that is where you motherfuckers should be donating if you're going to donate to that son of a bitch at all. Because I think the last time I checked, it had $40, and every fucking 30 of those came from me. You need to be not giving, because he's not saving any money for van build. There's no way when he drinks himself into oblivion every night. He's not doing that, guys. He's lying to you. Or are you that dumb? And then Melton John, as jealous as he is of anybody that does better than him, he needs to get his fucking ass in gear and go work for a little bit and try to get along with his co-workers just so he can get the fucking paycheck to rub in Berg's face, because there's no better revenge than fucking proving people wrong. Now let me see my chat. What's going on? You're all being good. Who, Abby the Berg? Okay, respect goes a long way. Alright, looks like Penny's being nice. Hi, Barbara. Thank you for... So Barbara's a watcher. You watch me, Barbara, but you don't comment. So what made you decide to comment tonight? Just out of curiosity, because there have been many times... I got a lot of people in here right now for it to be this late. I got 12 people in here. I don't have 12 people commenting, and nobody's blocked. Maybe 4 people's blocked. The only people that better be blocked on this channel is that Stewie son of a bitch, which, by the way, Nick News Network, that's how me and him bonded, by the way, over our hatred for that cocksucker, that fucking rapist. He should be fucking blocked, because I personally blocked him as well as his little henchman. There's 2 of them, and nobody else should be blocked from this page. Timeouts and all that's fine, but no hiding, none of that. I got 2 mods. They were just assigned tonight. One of them's Carrie. The other one is Denise R. I haven't seen Denise yet, but she will pop in, and she is a sweetheart, and I've never seen her to have any problems with anybody. But it's very interesting that, Barbara, there's many times I've been like, guys, talk. And you were probably one of the ones that were watching at that point, or lurking, which there's nothing wrong with that, Miss Barbara. But I enjoy when you guys talk. I'm not going to bite you. And you guys are welcome. I try to run a free speech page. That's why sweet little Carrie here hasn't, timed anybody out, or even though she has power to. She's very sweet and respectful and a great mod. And so I'm going to finish this up, though, guys, because I've said just about everything I want to say. I want to finish reading these comments, and then we'll hunker down for the night. How about that? You're welcome. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Even you, Carrie. Thank you, Penny, for being nice. See? Okay, I'm glad that got settled down. F him. Grow up. Get a effing job, Chrissy. I don't support a mental sickness. Buddy Bopper. Who are you referencing? Oh, Chrissy. Duh. Of course. I totally agree. And I will be running this motherfucker's name in the ground for one reason. and one reason only, okay? I need to reiterate this. Other than the abuse that I relate to, now, Anderson never abused me as bad as, verbally, as bad as Chris does Jill. But his abuse is the same way, it's just as bad, and it was in a different way. And it wasn't all the time, but I relate to it nonetheless. And I don't like women should not be abused and berated the way she's cussed and berated on a regular basis. That is a big reason, and I'm a big advocate for her. Number 2, and this is the main reason, he is a burden, and there's no doubt in my mind that he is abusing his parents. If I was fucking Linda, I'd be getting DSS over to his goddamn, or DSS, whoever, Adult Protective Services, if there's such a thing. I'd even just call 911 and be like, here's this person's full name, go check on their parents. Make sure there's fucking food in the fridge. You know, because for all we know, his parents could be, you know, he could have food and shit in the fridge, but you know he doesn't cook for his family. Doesn't. He doesn't even cook for himself. His fat ass takes your donations and goes to Chinese restaurants. So make sure there's food that the actual parents can fucking, like, eat with, you know, with ease to make. Because 90-year-olds are feeble. I don't see a 90-year-old being able to cook all that well. You know, depending on how, and he states his parents are in horrible health. That's one of the reasons he's begged for your money for fucking a year now or longer. It's because, my parents could kick the bucket any minute. So, let's see. Yeah, right, Buddy Bopper? Calling all women C-word? Messed up. This man needs his ass beat by a real man. And there are some real men here in the Boyd, like JT, who need to go beat that motherfucker's ass. I don't care if he thinks it's a threat. I don't care if he calls the police. He deserves it. I know, Penny. I know it ain't your style. I was shocked. But it's all good. It's all good. I understand, no two people are always going to get along. That's fine. I am the one mean son of a bitch. Well, Buddy Bopper, welcome to the page, buddy. Please join the revolution over here. We're going to have to get this motherfucker taken down. And if you hate Melton John, that's fine. But he's down for the cause, too, okay? So, and he's got influence as well. With a lot more people because he watches and stuff. The only problem with old Johnny Boy is that he burns his bridges. If he could play his cards right for once, we might be able to get this motherfucker's channel demonetized. I feel for Jill. So do I. But those are the biggest reasons, okay? This is why, and this is why I've decided to take up this cause as well. Because I peacefully told this motherfucker that I would leave his channel and never return. After the 4th time, he cussed me like a dog. Okay? I forgave him 3 times. Alright? Forgiving him for not having money as though I owe him anything. I don't owe him a goddamn thing. Okay? So when I peacefully left, and I didn't mention him, and word got back to me that his fat, disgusting, sorry fucking ass was on his stream talking shit about me, no, it don't work like that. His ass will be run through the fucking mud now. And I'll get a lot of people on my side. And there already are. So, quit coughing, please. You alright? Going to Mark? Fucking Mark is coughing. You better not have COVID. I'm just playing. You alright, honey? He's got headphones in, I think. I had him bring me some ice because I need to get some. I'm drinking too much fluid. I'm fucking thirsty, but I got to catch up on these comments. Sorry, guys. Pennywise says, thank you, Barbara. You finding that amusing? Bopper, who was being amused. Where did Carrie go? Bopper, who are you challenging? I don't know what's going on. Pennywise, good man, trust. Please. But this t-shirt, I support. Yeah, where's my t-shirt? I'm still confused about your stance, Hopper. Where did Carrie go? Where did Carrie go? Penny apologized. He apologized. She should have stayed. Where did she go, guys? She said, y'all take care, and she left. Oh, that upsets me. Carrie. Fuck out of here, you birds travel. You're the only place you're going to be traveling is to the morgues, fat ass. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to delete yours, Bopper. I don't know what the fuck you said. Carrie's still here, okay? I know she is. And I'm sorry, Carrie. I don't know, I wanted you to stay. I didn't know she had left. That sucks. Penny said he was sorry for coming down on you, Carrie, and then he stopped. I don't see that he's attacked you at all. You come back. Now I feel bad, dude. She's been there for me all fucking day. I love her, and that upsets me. If she's not here, then I'm just going to end the stream because I'm upset now. I'm hurt that she left, and I can tell that she's hurt. And I don't know, now I have to deal with trying to reconcile mine and her friendship, which is not cool because I've worked hard to rebuild a friendship with her. And it bothers me now that I don't know where we stand. I don't know what I said wrong. I may have said something wrong to upset her, and I don't even know what it is. She was kind of upset earlier, and I apologized. Fuck. See, Penny says, if she left because of me, I apologize. Thank you, Penny. That's very gentlemanly of you. I mean, the whole reason I didn't just tell her to fucking get your ass out of here, Penny, is because, one, that's not like you. So I know you must have been extremely upset. Two, even if she didn't or did flirt with you, which she says she didn't, and I believe her that she didn't mean it that way, and you misconstrued it or whatever, it's still not like you to go off on a woman like that. So I know that she can handle her own. You know, she's very, very smart. She's very, she's a sweetheart, but she did not expect to be attacked in here tonight. I asked her to be here, and she got attacked. She's been really sick all day, or I don't know if she has or not. I don't want to give away any of her personal information, but I meant to say I've been really sick all day, and she's been there for me. And I thank you for apologizing, Penny. I thank you for putting your anger and your feelings aside and being nice and apologizing and keeping the peace. That's the Penny I know. And that's the Penny I've grown to know and that I've come to respect. So, Carrie, I know that you're still listening. At least I hope you are. And if you're not, then I hope that you'll come back and at least skim through the rest of wherever you missed and see, because she will, Penny. I know her that much. I know her that well enough, at least I hope I do, to know that she will come back and finish where she left off. And, but if she left, then she was hurt. And she doesn't deserve to be attacked randomly like that. And I thank you, Penny, for being the bigger person and being and putting your feelings aside and your anger and being nice and apologizing to her. That means a lot to me, and I'm sure she'll appreciate that as well. I just hope she's not mad at me, because I don't mean to. Whatever I said, Miss Carrie, you know that I didn't mean to offend you in any way, sweetheart. And I'm, Penny, if it would have been anybody other than you, I would have, asked her to just order you out of my fucking room. But it's just so so unlike you. Penny. So, and I'm not trying to pick sides or play favorites or anything. I did want to know what was going on because, like I say, I've watched Pennywise for 10 years. Carrie knows this. She doesn't know you very well. And she, I was trying to explain to her that this is not like him. And now the real you is here. And the sweet you and the normal you is putting your difference aside. And I don't know where she's at. I hope she's listening. But Carrie, we love you, and he said he was sorry. And I love you, Carrie. And guys, I appreciate you coming to my stream. It went a lot longer than I had anticipated it tonight, but I definitely appreciate everybody coming in. Got a lot of my thoughts out. This probably will get struck down, but I don't care. You won't silence me. Nobody on this website will ever silence me. And I am thankful to God, and I hope you all have a great night. Stay safe out there, guys, because the virus is still out, and wash your hands, and do the social distancing, and practice all that good shit. Because the last thing I want is any of you to get sick, even my enemies. I would never wish something like that on anybody. But I'm going to go. I've got to try to eat. I've sat here for over an hour dreading the fact that I have to put some food in my body. And I just want to sleep, but please pray for me if you're religious, that I get my appetite back because it's really bad. I'm not eating at all, and I don't want to have to be hospitalized because of it. So, thank you, Barbara. And thank you for speaking up, Barbara. You seem to get along with everybody from what I saw. You're very sweet and cordial. Speak up more often. If you're been viewing the channel, then you're definitely welcome to speak. And it's pretty lax here with our free speech. So, I know, Penny, I meant to say I love her. But he said it again. See, Penny says, I am sorry, though. He apologized twice in a row. And that's very sweet of you, Penny, and I appreciate that. All right. Well, good night, everybody.